Hey friends, welcome to Andy's Audio Crap, where we talk about wonderful audio crapness in all of its glory. We have with us today some Denon and Pioneer. Let's talk about it. Let's start at the top of the stack here. What we have is a Pioneer direct drive PL4. These are really common, pretty easy to find. This is a genre of Pioneers where they used graphite in the tone arm. So the tone arms are like super duper light, and then they have this specialized balancing gyroscopic thing going on over here. It's not really gyroscopic anyway. I'm trying to make it out to more than it is. It's just a pivot, right? But it's a really good pivot. These survived really well. And what I like best about these PL4 in this PL series is that, let me kill it here so that I can show you the float. The way that this is set up is like this is separate from this, and you can actually adjust how much dampening is going on here. See how it just floats? And because it's floating, anything that hits this isn't going to resonate through it. So you can hit this and it won't resonate through the entire thing. It's a very, very simple turntable. It's like just auto return. It is not like auto start, so there's no like play button here. It does have like your standard anti-skate, lock, tone arm lift, lower, speed adjustment, and then 45, 33. So no 78s. It's not very common during this time frame that you saw 78s anyways. The overall condition of it is excellent until you put the lid down. The lid is in like if you've spent much time around turntables, what ends up happening is somebody puts this away, they put the power cords on top of it, and there's a reaction with the rubber from the power cord and the plastic at the top, and it ends up leaving scars. And that's okay. I mean, it's just the dust cover. If you're really looking for a piece of perfection, probably have to buy new. These older ones like this in this series, they're just plastic fantastics. This one does have a metal base though, so everything under here and inside is metal. It's only plastic out here. They were just cutting costs at this time frame, trying to be more and more competitive. Even Marantz at this time and Denon had gone over to plastics. The upper ends of the Pioneers still had wood plinths, but they were starting to get fancy with their plastics in there. You see how I just dropped that on there? Anyways, wasn't good at all. So sounds absolutely excellent. I love it. The cartridge that's in here is just a normal AT plastic from that time frame with a green cartridge on it. Of course, you can see that. The star of the show though is this Denon setup here, and this is, I think, a D-200. Yeah, it's a D-200. It's a component compact system, and it has your cassette, your amplifier, your disc player, a 6-disc player, and then you have your AM FM over here. And all of them are designed to be somewhat unintrusive. So they've hidden away all of your buttons in drawers, which makes it actually look pretty nice. This is the only distracting component up here, and that's your cassette player. And they've got it set up to where you can either have it side by side or you can stack them 4 high. So let's go through and actually hit play, and this cassette automatically triggers the tape on the amp. So we'll stop this, and I've just got a Christmas cassette in here. The way that the cassette goes in here is ultra cool. When you open it, it just is a drawer, and It does have automatic return, or you can return it yourself, and you can either hit it from the front and it'll take its way in, or you can do the open and close. It has Dolby B and C, record in level, a reverse mode, so the auto reverse thing, and it just works absolutely wonderfully. I do not know if there is actually a belt in this. I haven't opened it up, nor have I done much research. I just really have just enjoyed it. The internals seem to be potentially not belt driven, but they probably are. Gears weren't necessarily a friend of cassette or any tape for that matter, so there usually was a belt in there. Whatever the case, the belt in this one has done exceptional over the years. So let's talk about next the tuner. It's just your standard run-of-the-mill tuner where it has like your memory buttons, and then your what is it, scan. You know, not really anything too fancy to speak of. I will say though that when I have had it hooked up, it sounds exceptional. Actually, the whole unit sounds exceptional. Denon did just a knockout job. It does sound like a Denon, even though the amplifier down here is very, very compact. Absolutely phenomenal sound. If you like Denon's sound, you would like this. Now, there's folks that don't like Denon's sounds. This definitely doesn't sound like a Marantz, and it doesn't sound like a Pioneer. It sounds very similar to a Yamaha, where it's just kind of a jack of all trades. It's not trying to play rock music all the time. It's not trying to play classical all the time. It's kind of just right there in the middle. And so the CD player is standard run-of-the-mill 6-disc changer. It's just very, very compact. So if we open this up, let's stop this. If you ever acquire one of these cartridge disc players, make sure you're loading the disc in correctly, because some of them are face down, some of them are face up. This one is a face up. It says right here, put the disc in face up. Some of the times when I've had these, people will bring me one of these cartridge players, and they'll call me up and they'll say, hey, it doesn't work, will you repair it? And my first question is, did you look at the cartridge to make sure that you put the disc in face up, face down? They'll call me 2 minutes later and tell me that worked. So let's put that in. Let's do number 6, because that one is a safe disc for YouTube. And we will skip to a couple of songs in. And you'll see again, it changed right over. It knew. I love that song. All right, so that's that. The disc player is absolutely wonderful. Unfortunately, you know, the skip disc is behind here. There is some noise going on here that could have probably been hidden in there, but that's okay. We'll let it fly, right? We'll let them get by with it. Now, you'll go in here and look at the amp itself. Now, what I would say is, if like you are just wanting a compact amplifier to accompany your record player, turntable, man, this thing would be like a knockout. Like if that was the only thing you were gonna do. You have a couple of ins, so you have VCR in, and then you have CD, and those are on the back side. What would be really cool is to put like a Bluetooth receiver in here, or a DAC coming, or not a DAC, but a streamer coming into this. Oh my gosh, it would sound so good. There's not a lot of these on the market though. While Denon was the king of compact systems in the 90s and early 2000s, they just were so pricey that they did not a lot of people bought them. And so in this case, you know, somebody has one of these listed, and I think this person might be smoking a little bit of the ganja A, they don't have the amplifier, and B, they want $750. I picked this one up for like, I don't know, maybe $200, and it was an untested, so I knew I was gonna have to, yeah, this is the one I picked up. I picked it up for $200 plus that shipping, and yeah, it was untested. It worked just fine though. And then here you'll have somebody's like selling just one of the components. Denon, yeah, Denon just made a bunch of these. This one must be really good. It got 400 bucks. I've had several of these compact systems through over the years, and I love them. They're the right size. I just wish they had Dolby Surround, that way they could be like the jack of all trades. But they do really good for listening. This is only a 2-channel out, so you're only going to run 2 speakers. It is, I believe, rated for 8 ohms. I don't know how many watts it's running. It's got to be pretty good though, just because when it's cranked, it's really super loud. And that is about it on this thing. If you've had one of these, or you know about them, feel free to put some comments out there. If you like the compact systems, let me know, put it in the comments. I'll start trying to get more videos about the compact systems. They just don't make a whole lot of them that are like genuine component style. A lot of them are like the all-in-one, hell to work on, plastic fantastic. This is like actual metal. Pretty nice, pretty nice. It's up there. The gold trim really is not awesome, but that's very 90s, early 2000s. That's what we did. Gold trim on everything. We put it on our cars too. Remember that when you drive around and you see like a Lexus with a gold badge instead of a silver badge? What the hell was that? It was like the gold package you had to buy, and it was like $250, and they just coated the crap in plastic gold that bubbled up over time. Anyways, I divert. Hey, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Like and subscribe. Thanks.